Buenos dias, all. RGT85 here. Hope everyone is having a great day. We have some video game news to talk about, though. Couple stories going on that I definitely want to cover. If this is your first time here, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. But without any further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the world of video games. And we're going to start things off with the Resident Evil presentation that took place yesterday. Now, I'm a big fan of Resident Evil. Like, I've loved the games ever since the original game on the PlayStation 1. So I was interested to see kind of the progression of Resident Evil 4 Remake and, of course, what else Capcom has when it comes to Resident Evil. Now, there was a bunch of stuff that I thought was wonky. Of course, the cloud versions for the Nintendo Switch games, like, these are lame, dude. Like, they don't run well at all. I haven't seen a single person that was like, oh, this is a really good experience playing Resident Evil Village on the cloud in that demo that came out. So they talked about that. I don't care. They also showed off Resident Evil Reverse, which was supposed to come out like a long time ago. It's a multiplayer thing. Once again, I'm not really super interested in it. Resident Evil Village, of course, they showed off the DLC for that with Rosemary. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, she has some magic to her, and I understand that there's been characters that have been kind of, you know, have had some sort of magic into them in the Resident Evil franchise before. But the main character, the character that you play as, has never really been magic based. And, you know, it looks like you can freeze enemies with your hand in this. So I don't know, I'll check it out, but I'm not quite sure how I'll like that. They've also included a third-person perspective for Resident Evil Village because they said that some people were getting motion sickness. Some people thought that the game was too scary in a first-person perspective. Resident Evil Village was not a scary game. It was a horror game, but it wasn't a scary game. Like, I was never scared playing that game or whatever. I thought Resident Evil 7 was way creepier, way scarier than Village. However, the main meat and potatoes of this was, of course, the Resident Evil 4 remake, and good God, that's how you do a damn remake. PlayStation, Sony, take notes. None of this The Last of Us Part 1 stuff. None of this freaking Horizon Zero Dawn stuff. No, the Resident Evil 4 remake looks absolutely fantastic. It is a game that builds upon... It is a game that takes the original source material, doesn't deviate too far from the course, but builds upon it. They showed off so many different things within this that it was just mind-blowing, honestly. They showed off some new areas that you would be in that still play into the story, which is great. They showed off a whole different side of Ashley, the president's daughter who you're rescuing, which is great. It takes the story a little bit in a different direction. And of course, they showed off the gameplay. It definitely feels a lot more like a survival horror game from what they showed in this game. One of the things that I didn't like originally about Resident Evil 4 when I played it back in the day was it definitely felt more like an action game. And then of course with 5 and 6, you just saw that that was the direction that they went in with that. But I felt the feeling I got from this trailer and this gameplay was that you were going to have to manage your resources a little bit better within this. The graphics look absolutely fantastic. They recasted all the voice actors for it. So some of the characters sound different, like the merchant sounds different. Some people in the live chat that I was watching of this presentation weren't too happy about that. I mean, it is what it is. I understand it. He still sounds like MVG with like a cold when he was talking or whatever. Salazar was there. They showed off Salazar. I'm a big Salazar fan. He was such a cool character to me. But I think this game is not only going to be awesome, but I think it's going to have a lot of surprises. Even if you've played through Resident Evil 4 like a million times, like, I feel like this game is still going to feel fresh. This game is still going to offer you something that you did not get when playing that original game. So I am fully on board with this. I thought it was kind of weird at first that they were remaking Resident Evil 4 because I felt like that was a game that still held up well, and the controls still held up well, and the gameplay still held up well. But this is just like a huge evolution. I am literally so excited to play this again. I cannot wait, and I think it's going to be great. So overall, the Resident Evil presentation, I mean, you know, some of the things were hit or miss, like you're going to have with any presentation like this. But Resident Evil 4 just definitely stole the show, like completely stole the show. The gameplay looks absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to play it, man. So let me know in the comments section down below if you watched this presentation, and if so, what your takeaways were from this. Did you like what you saw from Resident Evil 4 Remake? Is this something that you're going to pick up on day one? Because damn it, I will be. Like, give me the game, and give me it now. Ideally, give me it now. And finally, the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack is getting one of the biggest, if not the biggest, single updates for a month that we have ever seen with this before. Now, this is something that I constantly talk about it. There's good things about it. There's bad things about it. There's mediocre things about it. But I talk about it because I want to see Nintendo expand upon this, because I really feel like when you're talking about back catalogs of games and stuff like that, Nintendo has the strongest one. So I want to see them grow this. I want to see them do more with this and offer, offers for people that have the expansion pack, make it worthwhile to upgrade to this and make it worthwhile and make it fun. And that's really the big thing. So like I said, a huge update is in line for the N64 portion of the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. And here it is, boys. They got new icons coming in exclusively for expansion pack owners. You got Super Mario 64, you got a little Kirby action going on there. You got Majora's Mask, and you got Nintendo 64, because I mean, who doesn't like the Nintendo 64 controller and the Nintendo 64 system? So I don't think I over embellish this or anything like that. I honestly feel like this is the biggest expansion pack update that we ever got. I'm obviously just kidding with this, but there is reason to believe that this is the biggest expansion pack update that we've gotten, because that's not the only thing that's happening. Those new icons will be dropping in November, but fret not, because Nintendo has actually announced what the next N64 online game is, and it's actually 2 games at once, which is something that they have not done before. Every time we've gotten N64 games, it's been 1. Well, Mario Party 1 and Mario Party 2 will be releasing on the Nintendo Switch Online service on November 2nd, meaning that both of those games are coming at the same time, which is very interesting, because it's definitely felt like Nintendo themselves have been holding back N64 games, because when you look at the catalog of games for the system, like, there wasn't a whole hell of a lot of games that came out. And the games that did come out, a lot of them, they have licensing issues. Like the games I would like to see, something like WWF No Mercy, licensing issues out the ass. Star Wars Rogue Squadron, licensing issues. So to see these 2 games come out right alongside of each other on the same day on November 2nd, I think that's a huge sort of thing, because now you have to start thinking about, well, what's the final game for the month of December? And is it GoldenEye? Because it seemed like GoldenEye was going to be the 2022 game for the Nintendo Switch Online service. Will that GoldenEye have some additional bells and whistles as well? I honestly think it's going to. Don't be surprised when it does. But even taking that out of the equation, I think this is a great update. This is a fantastic update. And Nintendo really needs to focus on things like this. They need to do things like this and expand the online expansion pack stuff, because, I mean, why not? Give people an incentive to sign up for this. What the hell happened to games like Mario 35 and Tetris 99? Like, you completely forgot about shit like that. Like, bring stuff like that back. You have small games that are exclusive to the expansion pack, small digital games. Like, I don't get it. But this is definitely a step in the right direction. Having 2 N64 games, plus, I mean, let's be realistic, they're probably going to drop some more Sega Genesis games as well. And they've done very, very well with the Sega Genesis games that they've chosen thus far. So I think it's going to be, if you're a retro fan with a Nintendo Switch, I think you're going to be eating good the next 2 months. It's definitely a step in the right direction, having 2 N64 games at once. Yes, they're both Mario Party games, but still, this is a good thing, because things change between different games. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of all this. Are you excited to play Mario Party 1 and 2 online? Obviously, you're going to be able to play online with your friends. That'll cause a lot of chaos, potentially ruin a lot of friendships and ruin a lot of controllers, but that's what life is about: ruining friendships and ruining controllers. Alrighty, so that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to give me all your feedback in the comments section down below. Are you stoked for Resident Evil 4's remake? Is it a game that... Alrighty, so that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to give me your thoughts and feedback in the comments section down below. Scale of 1 to 10 in the comment section. How excited are you for Resident Evil 4 remake? I'm at an 11. Give me this game. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And the Mario Party stuff. Are you going to be playing Mario Party online with your friends? Do you not have any friends? If you don't have any friends, that's okay. I really don't have many friends either, but I'm just old and cynical and I don't like a lot of things. So, you know, I'm not like a jolly person, but that's okay, because I keep it real. Go New York Knicks. Home opener tonight, Friday night. Let's go. NBA season is well intact. I'm excited. The Lakers are 0-2. Haha, LeBron. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.